So in the in the pre-show here, right? Me and Alex were just having a general chat. And the last thing he said to me before we started was that he had taken notes on the movie, done some research on the movie or whatever, and if I had any questions, he could answer them for me with these notes. Now, throughout my viewing of this movie, I really only had one big question, Alex.
You know what? I really feel like I know this. I know what your question's gonna be.
I really only had one big question,
Do you want me to
Alex.
guess what the question is and see if we're right here?
Yeah.
Why are there tanks?
Okay, maybe I have two questions. That is also a question. But the more pressing question is just well, one of the words was correct and is the entire question. Why?
What do you mean why? Why was it made?
Just why?
What?
Just why? Why did they make this? Why did you make me waste 2 hours of my life watching
This is an
this?
hour and a
Why do
half.
people talk about this like it's a fucking no? You saying it's an hour and a half is fucking malicious, okay? That is not how you say how long. If a movie is an hour and 46 minutes, you round that up to 2 hours, not down to an hour and a half.
No, you
Once
round
you
it down because of the
what?
credits.
No. Once you've passed an hour 45, the credits are 2 minutes. Okay, whatever. The movie's an hour 43 without the credits. If it's still with the credits, it's over 45. Hour
Okay, you
45.
wasted 2 hours. You
Two
know what?
hours.
You know what? Let's round it up to five. Two
5 hours.
two
You
hours is
wasted
close to
five
two and a
hours of my
half. Two and a
life.
half is close to
Yeah.
five. You
Yes, you
wasted
wasted
2 years.
5 hours of my life. You wasted fucking 1,000 years of my
There,
life.
there you go. Just fucking
With
keep
this
rounding up.
fucking movie. I spent all of time watching this movie
You were
from the
there.
beginning of yes.
You were
I
there
actually
when the
had
actual thing
the part.
happened. When
Yeah, they were all singing in the real world. By the way, that
it's
part is also true.
historically accurate.
Yeah.
I've been around for 2,000 years and I had to deal with this twice.
You see, I don't think I can stress enough. We'll get into it. We have to have a whole in-depth conversation about it, which I
Yeah,
will attempt to engage in the best that I can.
that's
But
okay.
like, the only value I'm getting out of this movie is the comedy I know I'm going to do about this movie.
See, that's
I
good though.
felt zero enjoyment for this film. There might have been one or two songs that were kind of okay. I don't understand how you listen to the soundtrack of this. How do you sit in your fucking car and listen to this garbage?
Okay, what you probably should have done, which was asking way too much of you and you would have never done. I listened to the 2001 uh the 2001 like re-recording of it, like the remastered version with different people singing.
But is that not just the soundtrack of the 2000 movie that I
No,
asked you if I should watch?
I didn't know about the 2000 movie. The one that I
Okay, well,
watched as a kid, as a child in 7th grade. Yeah, 7th grade was the 1973 version. That's the one that I wanted to talk about.
yeah, I mean, and that's fair. Whatever, maybe this recording you're speaking of is better, but the movie
Oh, the
that you wanted me
recording
to
on
watch and
Spotify,
review today.
the 2001 remastered recording with different voices is fantastic. That's an
Okay.
absolute 10 out of 10. Like we talked about when Tyler was here, fucking Alice Cooper does King Harry. Welcome to Detour Ahead, everybody. We're going to jump right into it.
Yeah, but probably a good idea.
So,
He's Alex, I'm Riely, by the way, because for some reason when Alex does the intro, he always forgets a piece of it. He'll either forget to say the name of the show or forget to say the name of us.
welcome to Alex and Riely. I'm Detour. He's ahead. Um, in the remastered recording or the re-recording or whatever you want to call it in 2001, they had Alice Cooper, you know, No More Mr. Nice Guy, School's Out, that guy.
Okay.
You hear that? You know those songs? Two very famous
Not I've
songs.
you see, I feel like I do, but I could not relay them to like I recognize that name and I feel like I know those songs, but they're locked memories that I
Okay.
cannot
Okay.
access.
That's as good as I'm gonna get here. They have Alice Cooper play King Herod, and it is perfect. It's
I will say
amazing. It's great.
I loved that guy.
Going from the recording to the movie, the original movie, which is what we watched, it's rough. And I see what you're talking
Okay.
about. It is
Okay,
rough.
good. We're on somewhat of the same page then, because yeah, this was not
So at the end,
this
at when
bad.
we're done talking about it, when we get to wrap up questions, I'm gonna present. Well, I mean, I already presented. The re-recording in 2001 is absolutely phenomenal. Like that's a 10 out of 10 right there. They did an updated one in like 2007, 2008, and it kind of fucking sucks. Like,
Yeah.
like I wish I could describe it, but I stopped listening to it when I found the Alice Cooper version, like that one. But like, that's the better one. I probably should have just had you listen to that and just not even bother watching it. But, you know, sticks and stones here, apples and
Yeah.
oranges. All right,
This was a
so
time. This was a time where nostalgia clouded your view, and you thought that this was not a complete dog shit
well, no,
movie.
I mean I enjoy it.
And okay, well, that's where we disagree because I do
That's
not.
fine. I fully expected you to come into this show ranting and raving as you did. Like
I
you're
will say
not
this.
catching
This
me
is the
off guard
first
with this.
time. This is the first time this has ever happened. Like I've always been the one who felt like the asshole because like we bring media to each other and like not that I've failed every time, but I've had plenty of failures. Whereas you, I think pretty much anything you've brought in, I've ended up vibing with. But for the first time, you have presented something to me and it is dog shit.
So I know it's too much to ask for you to go and listen to what I have been listening to, which is why it reached all the way to the top of my Spotify Wrapped that we covered. What, last week, 2 weeks ago?
Something like that.
Last week, I don't know. Go check it out. Um, Rewatching the movie, I realized, oh, I'm clouded by a better. This is kind of terrible. If you throw the music I've been listening to into the movie would be a 10 out of 10. But unfortunately, it's a good movie though. Like it's a good. I think it's a good take on the story. It gets like musical theater kids interested could get them interested in Jesus and like religion. Like you read the Bible and you're like, this fucking sucks. I don't want to read this shit. But you find out there's a musical and you're like, I like musicals. I can tolerate a Jesus Christ musical about how he died. I could tolerate that. And then you go watch it, and in your case, you're like, this has made me hate Jesus more. I'm gonna become a Satanist now because of this.
This musical is
It's
like a fake musical from a sitcom that is made bad on purpose as a joke.
you just reading off all your jokes that you wrote down.
I didn't write them down. I should have because I feel like there's a lot that I'm forgetting because I had some banger ideas as I was watching this and suffering.
Well, Jesus Christ suffered, so you know.
Yeah, I had to suffer. I think equivalently to how much Jesus Christ suffered getting crucified like that for having to watch this film.
You'd rather be crucified than watch it again.
Yes, I would rather be crucified than watch
See,
Jesus
the
Christ
reason I
crucified
brought this in,
before
one,
again.
it's a really famous musical. Two, it's written by the same guy who did Phantom of the Opera.
Which is crazy to me because there are two good songs in this entire musical. Like the rest of them are so forgettable at best, awful at worst. Like I can't. It's so bad.
I mean that I came into this show expecting you to hate it. So that's fine. I get it. I'm not gonna be mad. But all right. So let's get down to it. So the one thing while doing research, I rewatched it yesterday. Right? And today I decided, you know what? Why not watch a video breaking the musical down and going over like what's historically accurate compared to the Bible, stuff like that. I didn't get much out of it outside of like the video that I watched was someone who did who read the like. I was hoping for in-depth coverage of what I was looking for, but instead I got grade schooler talking over P&Gs the entire time. I was expecting a little bit more professionality here, and like the in-depth was more so just like, yeah, that's in the Bible, but this happened much earlier. And I'm like, motherfucker, I knew that. I'm looking for more. So I didn't get much. However, what I did find is that the director, not Andrew Lloyd Webber, because he was the one who produced the movie.
Yeah, like the
Or
oh, he produced I was about to say, yeah, the Broadway musical, like the way back.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he was in charge of the music. Like the musical aspect. The person who directed the movie got a lot of shit. Now, remind you, this is in the 70s. So racism was much bigger than it is now, right? You're coming out of the 50s and 60s. It's only been 20 years. People still hate black people back then.
Or did he get shit for Judas being black?
He got shit for Judas being black and Jesus being a pure white man.
Isn't Judas black canonically? Isn't that
motherfucker? They're all dark skinned. They're all dark skinned. Jesus wasn't white.
Yeah.
White people. There's white Jesus and there's black Jesus. It's whatever Jesus. There's Asian Jesus. Whatever you want to just doesn't matter. He's one for the people.
No, Jesus is like.
I thought you were gonna be like, Jesus isn't Asian.
Yeah, no. Dude, Jesus is like extremely light-skinned Middle Eastern.
They're all Middle Eastern, but like not Indian dark skin, but like Arab dark skin. They're 9/11 brown, not 7/11 brown. Anyway, so he got a lot of shit for that apparently. And like Judas's actor even went to him and he's like, "Was I cast because I'm black?" And he's like, "No. Listen, it's not about race. We're here to proclaim the word of God. And you have you, my beautiful black man, have a very important role to play. You will betray the white man.
You, my boy."
Oh, you can't call him boy. They don't like that.
That's yeah.
But he did get a lot of shit
that's
for
unfortunate that there's racism involved because he was like he was the best main actor in that. Like he had his moments of being boring and not good too, but he probably had the best performance out of any character that was in more than one musical number.
That kind of leads into one of the wrap-up questions.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, I'll explain later. I'll explain when we get there, but
okay,
I'm gonna modify one of the questions.
I'm gonna modify one of
yes, I'm gonna modify one of the wrap-up questions specifically for this musical, but we'll talk about that
I reserve the right to veto your modification.
I'm gonna modify it for me. I don't care what you do.
I will make you do it the normal way if it's stupid.
It's not stupid. All right. All right, continue.
I mean, yeah, that was my point. Like Judas is the best like main character. Like again, Heron only appears in one musical number. He's the best character in the film with the bullet. It felt like they picked it. It felt like Jesus briefly entered a different musical and then left it and went back to the shitty musical he was in during the Heron number.
Herod with a D.
Whatever the fuck, Herod. I don't know why I thought it was Heron. Herod.
Yeah.
During the Herod song. Like that, like that song would be like a pretty good song in any of the other musicals we watched. But in this musical, it's the best song by 1 million times.
So like that's who Alice Cooper plays, and it's
Yeah.
if you think that musical number with King Herod, that one was good, Alice Cooper track one, the song is infinitely better than that one. Um,
Okay.
I know you're not gonna go look into this. Once it's done, it's done. Um, the other like fun thing is like they threw in like a whole bunch of Bible verses. Do you know where it was filmed, by the way?
I have no clue.
They filmed on location in Israel.
Holy shit.
Isn't that cool? I think that's
I don't
cool.
know. I think that kind of means that the Israeli government made money off of it in some way.
Oh,
So
probably. Yeah, it's their way of like, we're sorry we killed Jesus. You guys can do a musical
even
here.
what now I'm supporting Israel by watching this shit. It keeps getting worse.
I'm not praising Israel. I just made fun of them. You completely missed that.
I didn't say you praised Israel. I'm saying that by making me watch this movie, you've made me support Israel in by watching the film.
Yeah, but like it's back in the 70s. Israel was still a little baby. The United States was still comforting the little child at that time.
And little did they know that that child was
The
something else.
United States didn't know what Israel was going to do in the future. Let's leave it at that. But they filmed on location, including like not like actual spots, but like just to, like to keep. They're like, well, instead of like buying an entire movie set and everything like that, they just film on location, and it creates this like connection between the actors who are portraying the roles and the people who used to the people that they're actually portraying having had been there before. You know what I mean? It'd be
Yeah.
like it'd be like if in 100 years your house is being used for a Riely memorabilia podcast, and they're doing
Mhm.
a podcast about you in that very room 200 years from now. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Um so onto that other question that you had about why there's guns and tanks and like machine guns and planes and shit.
Yeah, there's a bus at some point. Like, what the fuck is
Okay, the
going
bus
on?
is them like coming to the site. Like that opening the overture at the beginning of them all getting like the stage like the musical ready to go, like the movie ready to go with all their props and everything. That symbolizes more so each of them getting
I didn't
into
even
their
realize that
own.
was what they were doing. Yeah, shit. I was very confused by that scene. That makes sense. That explanation.
They're getting into the they're preparing themselves for the roles they're about to play. Everybody is circled around Jesus or Ted Neely at the time, and he kind of
Hey, I have a
like
question about Jesus. I have a question about Jesus that's extremely offensive and would probably make Demi Gloom never talk to me again if she heard this episode. Is Jesus retarded?
the actor or actual
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes, the actor. Is the Jesus in this movie retarded?
No, I don't think so. I'm
He,
not
he kind
sure.
of he kind of had a resting tard face. I don't know what it is. His eyes were like crossed in such a weird way. He just kind of had this look about him.
No, I mean he's done like there's an extended version of this.
Oh God.
Hold on a second. There's an extended version. How long is it?
7 hours.
It's just the whole fucking Bible.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it is though. Whatever. It's
I'm
not worth
sorry to
looking
be
right now.
offensive, by the way. It wouldn't be his fault if he was retarded. I wouldn't fault
No,
him
it's
for it.
just shitty
I just want
genetics.
to know.
It's just shitty 70s genetics.
He just looks weird. There's something off about him.
Um, what was I talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, right, the opening.
Yes.
So everybody's getting into the roles that they're about to play. The crowd is dancing around in with choreography and everything around the actor Ted Neely, who is about to play Jesus. And as they put the robe on, the music becomes more angelic, as if he's like becoming Jesus. It's like a symbolic thing. There's that, and to symbolize like the what's the word I'm looking for? Alone. It's not aloneness. That's the only word that's coming to mind. The seclusion. Uh, to symbolize to for the one actor who's becoming Judas, he after getting off the bus with everybody, he immediately goes way far away. He is secluded from everybody else, which is why he's singing on top of the rock all by himself up there.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So it's just the actors getting into their roles. It was definitely a choice to leave that in there, but I mean it adds to it a little bit. So oh right.
Okay. I'm sorry. There was a point that I was going to make like 20 minutes ago, and then we got fucking sidetracked.
No, go ahead.
So you were talking about how this was made by the same person as Phantom of the Opera, and that really shocked me because, like, obviously I had some boredom issues while watching Phantom of the Opera, but I still walked away overall satisfied. There was a sense of like elegance to it in that like the only reason that it bored me is because my palate is not refined enough for it. Like I'm consuming something that I know is good and I do enjoy it overall, but I just can't pay attention to it for long periods because it's like a more slow, artful thing, and my brain has been ruined by YouTube and TikTok and Marvel movies, so I can't. So I get bored easily. But there was a sense of elegance and a sense of art that really kept me in that one and still had me walk away positive, and I just did not feel that here.
That's understandable though. I mean, like at the same time, it's not. It's a Jesus Christ superstar. Like, not everybody's gonna watch it. You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
like a Marvel movie where everybody and their mom are gonna go and see this fucking movie. Jesus Christ Superstar comes out, and really the only people who are gonna see it are older Christians. Maybe a
Well,
couple like theater kids with their parents, but like it's like when Passion of the Christ came out. Like,
well, no, because that was huge.
yeah, this was like baby Passion of the Christ
Yeah.
for children to show in school, Catholic schools. Like the Catholics went and saw it. The Christians were like, a fucking mute. Why? Why are you making a musical of this? But the Catholics were like, praise Jesus. We got another one. Let's go see it. I'm gonna give you all of my money so that the Pope can adorn himself in gold covered robes and live in a gold mansion forever in eternity.
Don't make fun of the Catholics, okay?
I'm Catholic. I'm allowed to do it.
Okay, fair enough.
It's like gays are allowed to make fun of gays. It's how that works. So like it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it will also you'll never have to see it again, and you don't have to have it looming over your head anymore. Take it as an experience, whether it was a good one or a bad one.
Yeah,
Good
I'm just
being
glad we get to spin the goddamn wheel again. That's really my hope.
speaking of the wheel. Well,
Yeah.
okay, I have a suggestion for the wheel,
Okay.
but do you want me to get into that now, or can I wrap up the shit that I wrote down first?
Well, I mean, are we gonna stop talking about that? We've only been going for like fucking how long have we been going?
Almost half hour.
Okay. Well, we're not even halfway through the show yet. We're not going to be done with Jesus Christ Superstar anytime soon, are we?
Um, let's just keep. Okay, I'll save it for a little bit then.
Yeah.
So the next thing that I knew you were gonna have a question about was why are there modern weapons in
Yes.
Jesus Christ Superstar?
Why did they do this?
Uh, the
But they still
modern,
say it's like 4 BC in that one song.
yeah, it's an artistic choice to bring them in. They're supposed to represent how foreign and how massive Rome's military might is, and how looming it is over what everybody else can do. So if you walk
So they didn't
outside
want to
and
hire 100 extras to play the Roman army. Okay.
well, the Roman army is in the musical, it's a figment of like it's there because it's so foreign, it's so advanced that nobody has any idea what to do with it. Like
I
to go
understand
up
what you're
against it.
saying, but obviously what that means is they did not want to hire the amount of extras necessary to properly depict the Roman army. You're looking at it from the artistic standpoint, and that is part of it, but there's
It's also
obviously
poetic too,
also
but like
a
no, I
cost
get what
cutting
you're
part of it.
saying, but there wasn't a need for a massive Roman military to come in. The Roman military was never involved in anything that Jesus was doing.
Well, who caught him then, and why are tanks representing them?
The local priests and scribes, the Pharisees, the guys in the silly black hats were afraid, and also Pilate were all afraid that this so-called son of God is running around, running his mouth, and gaining a shit ton of people following him. Like way more than anybody expected him to do. All because he healed a cripple and raised someone from the dead and stuff like that. They say it in the song. So the people who have power back in back in that day, specifically Pilate, the Pharisees, stuff like that, and like the Israelis were all, ooh, I don't like what this dude's saying. And pretty much everybody was just like, we gotta fucking do something about this. I don't want this dude running around town spouting his mouth off. We gotta fucking do something about it. The Roman military wasn't involved. It was also the tanks were also there to signify how massive of a decision Judas had to make there,
Yeah.
like betraying Jesus and all that. Um, but yeah,
One interesting thing, probably one of the very few times this movie engaged me in any sort of way that was intriguing at all, was I was somewhat compelled by the notion that the pilot had enough humanity to want to not kill Jesus because he felt like he hadn't done anything to deserve it. I liked that
okay.
scene
So
a
I'm
lot.
glad you brought that in because there's like a whole fucking thing I can go off about that on.
Okay.
Not go off, but like not like rant and rave, like in a negative sense, just information dump here. So Pilate, Jesus is in Pilate's like territory, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's in Pilate's territory. Pilate is was appointed to that specific area by the Roman Emperor Caesar at the time.
That's a different Caesar than the one I'm thinking of, right?
No, the one who got stabbed by Brutus, Caesar.
Julius Caesar was involved with Jesus?
Yeah.
How did I never know these two characters crossed over? The most epic crossover of all time. Julius Caesar and Jesus Christ. I had no idea they were connected in any way or existed in the same time period.
Yeah. But that's why they say, like, it's more clear in the better recording, but all of Pontius Pilate's power comes from Caesar. So he's there to keep the peace. He's not there to be a king, a ruler, to make decisions that involve somebody's life. He is there to keep the peace. That's it. Kind of like how you have a mayor and a governor. The governor tells the
Yeah.
mayor what the fuck to do, right? Indirectly, kind of.
The,
It's
the
like,
the governor tells the mayor that he's not allowed to have free buses in New York City. Yes.
yeah, pretty much. So when the is when the Israelites are going to the Roman Empire, i.e. Pilate, and saying, "Hey, we we have the papers. We want to arrest this man. We don't want him on the streets anymore." Pilate had the dream. You know, the dream that Pilate had was I'm trying to form words I'm trying to speak faster than I can think. I'm finally putting all of my 13 years of Catholic school to use here. um so Pilate's dream, he has a dream about Jesus. He doesn't know it's Jesus, but he knows it's a Galilean. And a bunch of angry people are pissed off at him, blah blah blah, and then in the dream he sees hundreds of thousands of millions. Hundreds of millions of people are basically putting him to the blame for Jesus dying. So when Jesus finally shows up, Pilate's scared shitless. He does not want Jesus' death on his hands. He doesn't want to deal with it. He doesn't want to get involved in the situation. So he sends him to Herod. He's like, "You're not my reign. You come from Galilee. That's Herod's reign over there. Go talk to Herod." So he basically takes the situation and shoves it somewhere else. But
I
Herod,
took Jesus Christ and put him somewhere else.
but Herod's a cynic. He's a piece of shit. Jesus goes to Herod, and Herod's like, "Do your fancy little tricks and I'll let you go." And Jesus is like, "Well, that's not really what I stand for. I don't do these as party tricks. These are to prove the power of God to those who need it." And Herod's like, "All right, fuck you. Get him out of here. I don't want to see you anymore. Get back there." So Pilate,
Also, Herod showed up, and I was like, I know this whole movie is about Jews, but I feel like this is the first Jew that I've seen.
it's a great scene. It's the comic relief scene. Um, so Pilate, Jesus and Pilate come back. Everybody's like, in the Bible, they're all like, "We want him fucking dead." And Pilate's like, "Yeah, but he's done nothing wrong." Now, Pilate's not defending him. He's defending himself. Pilate doesn't want to be responsible for Jesus' death. That's the only reason why he does that. And after everybody is pestering him and screaming at him to crucify Jesus, Pilate uh, symbolically washes his hands and goes, this isn't my problem anymore. You guys can just do whatever you want. I don't care."
I interpreted it a different way, and like maybe I was wrong, but sometimes people interpret art in different ways, and it's not
Yeah.
necessarily wrong, even if it is. The way that the emotion in his voice was played and the way he was interacting with Jesus, to me it more felt like he's obviously not a good guy, but like he has some level of humanity. Like he doesn't want to put someone to death who doesn't deserve it. And he feels some level of human empathy. He's like, whatever, like you guys are pissed, I'll lock him up, but like he hasn't done anything to deserve to die. And they're all like, you gotta fucking crucify him, dude. And he's like, I mean, I'll whip him. Is that enough? And they're like, no, 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 no. You gotta fucking crucify that motherfucker. And he's like, fucking whatever you guys want. I guess. Cause Jesus over here, I keep to please tell me, please give me a reason not to kill you. Please. And Jesus is just like, do whatever you gotta do. He's like, fuck it. Fine.
I don't
washing
give a
my
shit
hands of
anymore.
it.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
So the other fun thing, I'm spewing a whole bunch of knowledge because that's why I wanted to do this, because I can get all this shit out and also prove my worth. Um and like
What?
nothing.
What are you chuckling about?
Um so you know how Jesus got 39 lashes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you talk about the humanity in Pilate, which is really interesting because the 39 lashes was literally not meant to, it was literally meant to hurt him, but also hurt him mentally too, because 40 is a very significant number in the Old Testament for Jews. 40 days in the desert, or 40 years wandering for Moses and the Israelites after getting released from slavery in Egypt. Jesus spent 40 days in the desert. It's a really significant number for them. So Pilate gave him 39 as like a just an extra slap in the face.
Okay. I mean, I never thought the pilot liked the guy, to be clear. I think he
No,
just
I
like,
get what you were saying,
yeah.
yeah. But
I kind of saw the whipping as like, first of all, as a way to maybe potentially appease the crowd, and second of all, what you said in a way, like to mentally weaken Jesus, so that hopefully he realizes what the fuck is going on and that he's about to die, and he actually like cooperates with him in saying or doing something that will give him an excuse not to kill him, which seems like
see,
it's what he's begging him to do the whole musical number.
but you also have to factor in Jesus was basically, for lack of a better term nowadays, rage baiting him.
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly, because
Pilate's like, so you're a king, and Jesus is like, it's you that say I am. And Pilate's like, this motherfucker, where's your fucking kingdom, bro? And Jesus is like, I don't know where my kingdom is, but I have one somewhere. And so he's basically just rage baiting him at that point, like giving those like nonsense answers of like, you look into it and you can find meaning, but like on the very surface level, it's literally just Jesus answering a question with a question.
yeah, that's the dynamic here. Like that's what it felt like essentially was that like Pilate and Jesus were having an argument over whether Jesus should die. And Jesus was on the side of yes, Jesus should die, and
Because that's
Pilate was
what
on the
his
side of
father told
no,
him.
Jesus doesn't. Yeah, exactly. He's meant to die there, so he has to die there. And when Pilate starts being like, "No, because you didn't do anything to deserve to die," he now has to argue with Pilate to kill him. And
Yeah.
he has to use his own, much as I say Pilate used the whipping to like mentally weaken Jesus into submitting to his whims. Jesus used rage baiting as a tactic
I really
to
hate that we
get
have to use it, but it's the best term for this
yeah.
situation.
You used rage baiting to get Pilate to be like, ah, whatever, fuck it. If you insist, if you're so stubbornly insisting on dying and fucking with me at every turn, when I hold I hold your life in my fucking hands, whatever. I'm taking your life out of my hands and I'm giving it to the people, and the people all want to kill you. So
It's interesting
whatever.
that you say that he had. It's interesting you say that part of the of what he said, because Jesus's response to I hold like, excuse me, Pilate's like, I have your life in in my hands. I don't see anything wrong with what you're doing. Your life is in my hands. Tell me why you shouldn't die. And Jesus literally goes, which is like the final straw for Pilate. Jesus responds with, in the musical, I'm gonna ad lib because I don't think it's exactly correct, but Jesus responds with, you have nothing in your hands. Any power that comes to you comes from far beyond." And I'm like, this motherfucker. He's literally just rage baiting him. Like, and it's not even just like, there's a double meaning to the phrase, your power comes from far beyond. He has no power in because Caesar has all the power. And God has already dictated that Jesus is going to die, so Pilate literally can't do anything about it.
Man, I'm still floored because like they don't talk about Jesus when they talk about Julius because obviously he wasn't directly involved. It was his pilot dealing with it in his stead.
No,
But
that's his
like,
name, is Pontius Pilate.
oh, I thought pilot was like a a royal term. So not a royal term, but like the term for what he was doing.
No, it's Pilate.
I knew it was Pilate, but I didn't know. I've never met a man named Pilot, Alex. I still assumed it was a
Have you?
title.
I was about to say, have you met a man named Jesus? But it's Jesus now.
Yeah, I've met a couple Jesuses.
I don't think you've met a Judas.
I've not met a Jew. Wait, I think I like met a Judas once.
Interesting. Okay.
I think like I didn't know a Judas, but I think like in one of those situations where you're introducing yourself to a stranger, they introduce themselves as Judas, and I was like, oh, that's an interesting name.
So, like, all in all, there's a lot of symbolism, obviously, but I mean, like, there's Simon's song, which they're all doing choreography for, where he's like, "You need to save us from Rome. That's what we expect you to do. Like, we're all here to support you. There's fucking 50,000 people here." And Jesus tells Simon, he's like, "Neither you nor the 50,000, nor the Romans, nor the scribes, nor the priests, nor poor Jerusalem as well. Nobody's going to change what has to happen. Nope. The only way to conquer death is to die yourself, basically." And like, all these people want is for Jesus to become like emperor, to take over Rome, which is how he gained such a big following, because he told them that if you follow me, you have a spot in heaven. And a lot of people interpreted that as heaven is freedom from Rome. So that's why he got such a big following so quickly. Um,
Interesting.
was there anything else that stood out?
No, I will say, like, talking it through and thinking about like character stuff is kind of boosting it a point or two in my head. Like, it's still pretty bad overall, but like there are a couple things that are intriguing. Like, I think I think the film would be much better if Jesus was better. Like, I did not like Jesus. I think was probably really the big problem. And obviously, he's the main character. He gets a lot of the focus. Like, whenever he is like any solo of his or any song that like mostly revolves around him, unless it also revolves around Judas just as much, is just like bad. And all the like interactions he has outside of the three characters that are good and interesting are boring. And his stuff with Judas, his stuff with Pilate, and obviously the Herod in that one scene was good, but it wasn't good because of him. It was good in spite of him. And the rest of the movie focused on him. Anytime those three characters were not involved, complete abysmal dog shit.
How did you feel about them including two full songs for Mary Magdalene, the girl?
Those are the songs that I would say are like mid. Like, I didn't hate them, but like also like you could have taken them out, and I don't think it would have mattered much.
So the first one was when he first meets Mary. Now, all of this happens in like years of shit. Like, not in the show, in the movie. The movie happens over like a week's time. From when he's entering that temple area with everybody with the palm leaves to when he dies, that's like a week's time. Um, but prior to that, they include things just to like add musical elements to it, like him getting pissed off at the people in the temple. That happened earlier on in his life, where people were literally selling things in one of God's temples, and he went in there and he fucking flipped shit and was pissed. and then meeting Mary Magdalene. She was a prostitute back then, which is why Judas comes in and is like, I can't believe that you're hanging out with that piece of filth. How dare you? You know that these motherfuckers are gonna lock us away for any small reason, and you're letting her touch
Well,
you?
no, he didn't even call her a piece of like his point was kind of like look, I don't care, but like you're this figure and like your reputation is very important, and if you have one slip up, you're gonna fuck up. So I don't know why you're associating yourself with someone who spends their nights in the way that she does, because
And see,
it's against your teachings anyway.
that's what drew people to Jesus, though, is because that's how he amassed such a big following, is because he's literally like all inclusive. He's like, accept God and you'll have a place in heaven. I don't care who you are. You could be a whore from the streets like this lady is. But even in the Bible, like, there's not, like, they really heavily censor it. Like, there's other writings that aren't in the Bible that depict, uh, like, there are rumors, there are texts that say that Jesus had relations with Mary Magdalene, stuff like that. It's not, as you would put it, canon, though, because, like, they're
I
like,
had heard that like he gave her an engagement ring. That's the story that I remember
interest.
hearing.
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, I don't know where I got that from, but that's the when I think of Mary Magdalene, that's what I think of, is that like she like professed her love to Jesus and Jesus gave her a ring, but obviously they never actually got married because Jesus got crucified and died.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's what I remember hearing. I don't know why.
but there's that, which they did include in there, not um like actual relations, but they did include Mary's feelings for, which is really weird. Why would you go after a woman with your mom's name? That's like,
That because I did have that thought. I didn't realize who it was at first because I forgot Mary Magdalene's name, and I was like, I thought Mary died like when he was a kid,
no,
and then I
no,
realized it was the
Mary's still,
prostitute character.
his mom is still alive for his crucifixion.
Wait, really?
Yes.
I thought Mary dies like way back.
His dad dies way back. Joseph dies. Mary is alive for the crucifixion of her son.
Oh,
The last people to see him on the cross are his mom, Mary Magdalene, and I want to say Peter, one of his
are
apostles.
what's I about to ask? Shit.
Let me fact check that real quick.
He was like, why is Mary not in this? If she was alive and part of it through that whole ordeal.
She wasn't a major figure. Yeah. According to the Gospel of John, chapter 19, verses 25 through 27, Jesus' mom, Mary, was present at the crucifixion.
Okay, that I learned something new every day. It's just weird that like she's so important, obviously, because she gives birth to Jesus, that she's Jesus's mom, and then she just like ceases to have any impact on anything and is never mentioned again. So like I just assumed she died at some
That
point.
is, yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. It's weird that like I said earlier, I don't know. It's weird that like Mary was never really involved post like a small amount of the Bible where they just depict his childhood. But like that's about it. But I guess she's not like a major outside of like birthing Jesus Christ. Like that was pretty much her mission at that point. Like that's all she was
But
really
it's like,
needed for.
do they have any sort of relationship? Like it's these are the sorts of questions you ask. Like,
Well, these are the
does
sort of
he?
questions that
Yeah,
are not in the fucking Bible. So
yeah. Like,
like,
what the fuck? These are so many. There's so many fucking gaps where it's like, does Jesus even like treat her as if she's his mom, or is he
Oh
just like,
yes, 100%.
fuck you, God's my dad, I'm just gonna go do Jesus stuff?
When he's on the cross, he asks for his mother.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Um Interesting thing about the I think one of the better songs was when the apostles were singing on the way to the Last Supper.
That one was okay.
It's one of the better ones on the re-recording, but um so after the Last Supper, everybody's pretty much like piss drunk on wine and they all pass out. So Jesus is alone in the Garden of Gethsemane, which is a real place, by the way. You can like actively go, like you could just book a plane to Israel and just like go on like a full Jesus Christ tour almost. Like you can go to the place where they believe he was crucified, the Garden of Gethsemane, which is like a national park almost, which is where they filmed actually, which is kind of cool. Um but after all the apostles are pretty much passed out, Jesus is alone, and the one song where he's literally like, God, I actually don't want to die. I've been following you my entire life, but like, is there any way that I can continue doing your work without having to get murdered? And there's nothing that says God talked to him directly outside of at the very pinnacle of the night where Jesus is stressed out of his fucking mind. Like the very top level of stress you could possibly get. God shows him exactly how he'll die and everything that is to come because of it. Which is why he changes his mind and goes, "You know what? You're the one in charge. I will thought your will is my command," basically. Can you imagine? Also, Jesus got so fucking stressed out that night that he cried blood, which is like an actual medical thing. If you get like if you're pushed to like the absolute brink, you will cry blood. It's an actual medical thing that happens.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I learned that. That's kind of cool. Like there's like it's supposed to be symbolic, but like it actually happens. But can you imagine like you're so fucking stressed and then all of a sudden you see everything that like your entire life flashes before your eyes? Like that's fucking wild. Not just his life but everything to come. Like you see your kids growing up, you see like future kids growing up, their families and everything that like your decision is going to happen. So, I think I'm running out of I'm almost done. I'm almost out of uh notes. The only thing I have like the only question left that I had was what the choir was saying to Judas at the end of those two songs,
Yeah.
which was after he sold Jesus out for money, they say, "Well done, Judas, good old Judas." Cuz I guess he has a history of doing stupid shit. I don't know. I'm not too sure. And then after he kills himself, uh they say, "Poor old Judas, so long, Judas." And with that I can close that out.
So long. Notes document.
So like, do you know why he killed himself?
Out of shame and regret.
Out of immense he had so after he had seen what Jesus was going through, he immediately, so in the Bible, I forget which gospel it is. Maybe John, because John was more poetic with his words than the other three. But they say that before he sold Jesus out, a demon had entered him, and when he saw Jesus after they had arrested and beaten him, the demon left him, and he immediately was like super clear minded. Like he knew exactly what he had done and exactly what was to come and exactly who he just sold out. Almost like God whispered in his ear and said, "This is my son. This is what you've done." And Judas has the clearest mind ever and immediately goes and kills himself because he can't live with what he's done.
Yeah, it's heavy shit. I was not expecting a on-screen hanging in this musical.
It was the
I guess
70s. You're
I
allowed
knew
to
there
do
was going to
that.
be I knew there was going to be an on-screen crucifixion, but like that's like famously part of a hanging feels more real because like people hang themselves all the time. People don't really get crucified all that much anymore.
I don't think anybody gets crucified anymore.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure it's banned by the Geneva Convention for cruel and unusual punishment. Because, like, Jesus was up there for hours. Did you know that?
I mean, I figured,
That's
yeah.
not an instant death. They put your ass up there for you to slowly fucking die. And normally, they they hang you up by your arms, but they wanted Jesus to suffer as much as possible. So, unlike everybody else they've crucified, they gave him a foot stand somewhere where instead of having his feet fucking dangle, killing him quicker, they gave him a foot stand just enough for his tippy toes to touch, so he could keep himself lifted up. So it took longer to kill him.
Mm.
And then like obviously the crown of thorns, like they literally just wove rose thorns and then just shoved it on his fucking head.
Why are they so upset?
Because they were afraid that they were going to lose their jobs, basically. Like they were afraid that he was going to overthrow the biggest empire that has ever
Yeah, but
happened.
like, where do the feelings come from that they're motivated to do it that
Well,
like
he's also going
extremely?
against Judaism too.
Like, why not just like bash his head in with a rock and move on with your day?
They wanted to make they wanted to make him a symbol of what you should not do. They wanted to make an example out of him. They wanted everybody else to see this is what you do. This is what happens when you go against what we want you to know. He was an example and a cruel
Okay.
one at that. Um there was something else I was going to mention too. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Anything else that stood out that you need me to rant about?
No, I think we've mostly covered anything. I guess I didn't talk about Judas much. I guess I don't really have a lot of specific points to make, but his character arc throughout the whole thing was pretty intriguing. As I said, he's definitely my favorite main character. The number between him and Jesus is like the emotion behind it is like pretty raw and good. But like it kind of gets like too rock opera-y at the end, and I just it sounds silly to me. Like this style of like the like clashing operas, like just I was like, okay, this is stupid now. Like I was invested in the emotion, but then Jesus is like, leave, and I'm like, okay, whatever, fucking move on.
You're not going to be happy. So you're not into like rock opera ish?
It depends. Like I feel like this is also like slow paced and clunky. Like maybe if it was faster paced and stronger, I'd like it more.
Okay, that's fair. I have a rock opera to suggest in a little bit. So
Oh boy.
yeah.
Okay.
I finally found a way to watch it, so we'll bring it in. I'll bring it in a little bit. You want to do wrap up questions? I think this is the first
Sure.
musical that we've actually talked about for an hour, by the way.
I feel like we've talked about a few of them for that amount of time. I think you're being unfair to past us.
Let me put it this way. This is the first musical where the entire show has been dedicated to that musical and nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just fascinated by how much I didn't like it.
That's fine. All right, you want to jump into wrap up questions here?
And how much I kind of like it a little more now that we've talked about it. Sure.
So, the addendum that I want to add, being a Catholic, being raised Catholic, picking a quote unquote favorite character rubs
Okay,
me.
your favorite character from the film?
No,
Alex.
hear me out, motherfucker.
Okay.
God damn, hear me out. Picking a favorite character rubs me the wrong way. I was going to change it for me. I don't care what you do, but for me, I was going to change it to who portrayed the character the best.
Alex, I'm not letting you pull this weird Bible thumper bullshit. This is so retarded. Just pick a character.
I'm changing that for me for peace of mind, all right?
That's completely retarded.
I honestly,
Are they re-brainwashing you?
who?
Just the Christian establishment?
How? You know what? I know
Why do you
how.
care?
I know how. It's in the little wafers that you get at communion.
Yeah.
I've been going to mass a lot more. Not like a lot more like every week, but like
Oh
I'm at
God.
like 6 to 10 times
Alex.
this year, and like last year was like 2.
Alex.
I'm going because my dad likes when his kids go to mass. I'm going with my
Don't
family.
don't become Christian again for your dad.
I'm already Christian. That's never left.
Yeah, no, but like there's a difference between I believe in God and think the Bible is real and I'm a Christian.
Not
Right.
well, Christian is believing that Jesus Christ is our savior.
Yeah.
Catholicism is believing in the Bible and the Gospels and all of that. That's Catholicism. That's being a Catholic. I'm 100% and always have been a Christian. I strayed away from the Catholic Church for a while, and there's a lot of things that the Catholic Church does that I'm not too fond of. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I
okay,
covered a lot
don't
of
become
that.
Catholic for your father. That's the better term. Don't become
Well, I
Catholic for
already
your
am. I
father.
mean, like, you don't stop being Catholic.
You do. I did.
I mean, like, were you baptized?
Yeah.
Did you do like first communion and like confirmation and all that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess they could consider me part of it, but I certainly don't consider
Well, yeah,
myself a
that's
part
what
of
I'm
it.
talking about. Is like
Yeah,
technically, like you can't, like a Muslim
I
can't
did all the
come in and
stuff.
yeah, you
Yeah,
did all the stuff. Technically, you're a non-practicing Catholic.
yeah.
That's the term. You're a non-practicing Catholic. That's pretty. You're Catholic, but you're non-practicing.
I
That's
come
how.
from a Catholic background. I don't think I don't think it's mandatory that I identify with the term Catholic
No,
myself.
it's not at all. I don't fully identify with it because I'm not too fond. I covered all this shit in the fucking Catholic school
I know
kid
you. Yeah,
episode.
we did the Catholic school episode, and you seemed very against mass and church and any of that shit.
Yeah,
And
but
now I hear you're going to mass all the fucking time, and you're getting uncomfortable saying a favorite character in a Bible-based movie because you feel like you're disrespecting the Bible in some way.
I'm
It's fucking,
disrespecting Jesus Christ. Fuck off.
it's fucking
Look,
stupid. It's
the
a movie.
characters in the movie that I look, maybe I shouldn't have worded it the way I did. The characters in the movie that I liked in terms of songs and how they were portrayed.
We all understand that your favorite character in the Bible in real life is Jesus Christ. Who is your favorite character in the film Jesus Christ Superstar?
My favorite character in the Bible is not Jesus Christ. What are you talking about?
Okay, whatever. Okay then, whatever. Pick a fucking character. Jesus.
Bro, I don't remember the name, but there's literally one of the prophets from the Old Testament where kids make fun of him for being bald, so he sends lions to fucking murder them.
No, it's bears. It's bears. I know this one.
Hold on, who is that? Bible
Vito talked
verse.
about this.
It sent
I know
bears
because of
to
biggest problem. I know
kill
about
kids.
the bald guy who sent bears to kill kids, and I know about the people who were given golden hemorrhoids, who were given hemorrhoids, and they had to make golden statues of hemorrhoids to not have hemorrhoids anymore.
The Bible verse describing bears attacking children is 2 Kings chapter 2 verse 23 and 24, where the prophet Elijah was mocked by kids for being bald. He cursed them in the Lord's name, and 2 female bears came from the woods and mauled 42 of them. That's, if you're talking about favorite characters in the Bible, that's gotta
Yeah,
be
it's that
it.
guy. Yeah, the
It's
fucking
that guy. Come
bear
on.
man. Yeah.
Bear Man. I have respect for Jesus Christ, but he is not my favorite person in the Bible. The Bible has much better stories than Jesus, including that one. That might be sacrilegious, but like, come on. If you're trying to like convince somebody to be like, "Hey, don't make fun of people," or 2 bears are gonna come out and maul an entire classroom of children.
He committed a school bearing.
It's the full. It's a verse. But like Judas is portrayed very, very well. I want to say my favorite character is probably going to have to be Herod. Just with how arrogant he is when talking to Jesus. He knows exactly who Jesus is. And like his whole shtick is literally prove to me that you're the Son of God. Prove to me of what you can do, and I'll set you free. And Jesus just stands there and does nothing, which pisses him off. So
more rage baiting.
I still hate that we have to use rage baiting when talking about Jesus.
Yeah, that's fun. I will say, I just missed the Jesus performance a little bit. This was also a comment I meant to make earlier, but then we got sidetracked. The fact that like that scene where he busts up the tower, like the or the temple or whatever, because everybody's selling. He busts up all their shit. Like that should be compelling, but just kind of like the way he acts it and his inflection, like it just is off to me. And like genuinely, it felt like this could be a YouTube video of like a schizophrenic guy in 2025 dressed as Jesus wrecking a flea market.
See, you've been desensitized by modern media. That's the problem.
Like this looks like police body cam footage of a schizophrenic man who thinks he's Jesus.
But all right, what else do we have? Oh, you didn't say your favorite portrayed character.
Neither did you.
I did. It's Herod.
Who was it? Oh, okay.
I said Judas as an honorable mention because he plays
Oh
the
yeah,
role
sorry.
extremely well. But in terms of like favorite character, because you won't let me do my stupid Bible thumping bullshit, Herod.
Yeah, okay. I literally have the exact same opinion. Like, sorry to copy you, but
No,
like,
I mean copying is good. It means we're on the same page.
yeah, I think the again, like I said, Judas is the best main character. But Herod just shows up and is like way better than anyone else and has the best number in the thing with a bullet. And then leaves, and he's great, and he's better than the whole rest of the musical. So there you go. There you go.
Favorite musical number.
Well, I think I made that pretty clear that it's whatever the Herod song is called.
Yeah, same. Okay. It's just King Herod's song.
King Herod's song, okay. Honorable mention to I'm trying to remember what the other good song was. Well, I liked the song with Angel Judas near the end or at the
Oh,
end.
Superstar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a staple for Jesus Christ Superstar.
Superstar was good. I liked the song where Judas goes to betray Jesus and talks to the priests. Those are the good songs. The rest of them were like mid.
Okay. Rating.
Okay. So here's my thought process here.
Okay, let me
When
get
I
mine out of
walked
the way first.
Okay. Well, okay. I literally stopped. Why did you do that? What went through your mind that you decided that was the right decision when I had already started talking and you're
Okay,
like,
go
nope,
ahead
I'm
then.
gonna
Go
go
ahead.
first.
Because yours is more interesting.
Okay, fine. You go first then.
No, you already have the train running. Let the train go again. Go.
Okay, so when I walked in here today, the score I had in my mind was 3. That was what I was gonna give it when I first walked through the door.
Okay.
But as we talked about it, I kind of thought of more small things that I appreciated. And like we had a interesting intellectual conversation about several scenes of the movie, and obviously I had opinions about like character motivations and stuff. So that stuff was good, but still overall the movie was a slog, and I did not like it. So I still want the score to reflect that. And I feel like if I go up to 5, that's when it becomes mid, which is not what I want to convey because I do think it was bad. So I'm going to give it the highest possible score that qualifies as bad, 4.5 out of 10.
Interesting. Because if we're talking specifically the movie, now I have two separate ones here, obviously.
Okay. You should
Um
have you didn't even pitch to me listening to this. I had no idea there was a separate
I didn't think you'd
assignment
do
here.
it. You've been so
You didn't
fucking
you could have
against
asked.
this.
You could have fucking said something at least.
You've been so against it to the point where I felt like it was literally like forcing a
Well, then you
horse
should
to
have just let
drink.
it alone then, because now that you're talking about it and you're rating it here like it's part of the episode, it makes me feel like I haven't done my homework, even though the homework was never properly assigned to me in
Okay,
the first place.
officially on the podcast, on the record here, I never told you to go listen to the better album. I didn't
Okay.
think that you would do it. Also, it's not necessary. We're strictly doing the 1973 movie. I will rate the other one for anybody who listens to this and goes, well, this was shit. But then they hear me and they're like, oh, well, there's a better one. Let me go check it out.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to check it out and report back, that's fine. I would love for you to do that.
I
That would
might,
be
but like
fucking
I
fantastic.
would have if it was part of the prep of this episode. But
I, in all honesty, I thought about it, but I figured you're struggling with the concept of just watching this in the first place, that you would not want to. I didn't want to add more on to what you had to do.
I mean, a music album, as long as like unless it's for me and Bell's music show where I have to do a bunch of notes on it, that sucks. But if I just have to listen to a music album and talk about it in general strokes, that's the easiest thing in
How
the
about
fucking
this? Report
world.
back next week on the better one, and I'll send it to you.
Okay.
If you do, I'm not gonna bring it up next week. And if you do, how about this? I'll send it to you, and if you have a chance to listen to it, report back whenever you finish it. That way, you don't have to do it next week. Okay? Is that fair?
Yeah. Hmm.
I'll send you the one that I've been listening to that jumped all the way to number 2 on my fucking Spotify Wrapped. So for strictly the movie, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. 6.5.
Okay.
For for all the Bible thumping praises I've been singing this entire time, that's really low. I'm surprised you're not like Why?
Well, those aren't even necessarily phrases. I feel like you're just kind of using it almost feels like you're just using the musical as a back channel to have a conversation with me about the Bible. Like I didn't even think about its connection to your opinion of the musical.
Fuck off. Okay. Listen. All of your criticisms are valid, and that's not like I'm not trying to like be pedantic or anything like that. It's literally just like I feel the same way. Rewatching the musical after listening to the better album was rough. But this musical also holds a spot in my heart because it's like literally one of the first musicals I ever watched. Like not of my own free will, obviously. It was East we were like a day before Easter break, and my homeroom teacher, Mrs. Lee, was like, "Yeah, we're going to watch Jesus Christ Superstar for the end of the day. And then you guys are off to Easter break." So,
Okay, I have a logistical question about crucifixion
a
that I just
logistical
thought of.
question?
Okay, so maybe I'm crazy, okay, but they nail your hands to the cross, right? Obviously, that's extremely painful, and you're gonna feel extreme pain for several hours anyway.
Yes.
What is stopping someone? Do I misunderstand body physics in that it wouldn't just work to like rip your hands away, like just let the nail go back through the hole and just escape that way?
The nails are smaller to bigger. It's not
Well,
like
yeah, but if there's a small hole and you push a big thing through it, wouldn't it eventually kind of force its way through?
yes, kind of, but like
Like if Jesus just went, like could he have just fucking?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. But like you have to remember like let me see if I have a crucify Jesus. So the other thing is like this is the best. Let me like screen share. So this is the best description of the nails.
Okay.
They are long, made of steel or iron or whatever, and they go through what other crucifixions what they used to do was put it through right between your bones on your wrist to hold you up there, but for Jesus they put it in his hands because there's more nerve endings. So the
Okay.
amount of pain probably would have killed him alone to just pull his hands out.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess there's like shock or whatever. Cause like I'm just thinking in my mind like I'm gonna be in excruciating, awful pain for hours and slowly die anyway.
yeah,
I might as well just cause myself more pain faster in an attempt to escape that situation.
it would have torn your hands to shreds.
But like you could
Because,
survive that in theory.
I mean, you have to remember, like, if you feel your fucking hand, there's bones right there. Like, you're ripping bone, like, you're breaking bones and splitting nerve endings and everything. Like, it, just
Oh yeah,
attempting to
like
do one would kill you instantly, almost.
but like people have had their hands like exploded and not died. Like it can happen.
Explosion is different because it's instant. This is going like this and trying to pull your hand out.
Okay.
I get where you're coming from. Maybe you're right, but like I don't know. I mean, I think once you're up there, you're kind of just like, well, oh well. Like
It just
once you're up there, you're pretty much just fucked at that point. Like
Or like even if it does kill you, that'd be better, right? Because that would probably be what you're thinking up there. Like, man, if only I could kill myself right now. Just fucking
Yeah, but
push,
like
and
at the
you'll
same
either
time,
escape
you're
or
viewed as a
die from
coward.
the shock.
Jesus would have been viewed as a coward if he did that. He wasn't. It would have been like denial of God's will or something like that if he tried to get out of it.
Yeah, no, Jesus specifically obviously couldn't because of God's will or whatever, but just like in general, it seems like crucifixion was just used as an execution method back then, and it makes me think, did anybody ever just like try to, you know, push out? It's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. Like, I mean, I don't. I have no idea. There's really no way to like look into that.
Mythbusters, I'm gonna need you on this one. I know you guys got canceled a couple years ago. I need you to get back together, figure this one out.
Um, oh right.
Did you know they did a season of Mythbusters with different guys? I have to watch this and make like a YouTube video about this because this is I just like nobody said anything. It just happened, and I don't know if there's a single human being who knows about it besides me and whoever wrote the Wikipedia article. Like I've never heard anybody talk about the fact that when they had the whole big thing where they ended Mythbusters. I remember that. I remember that being in the news when Mythbusters ended, when Adam and Jamie said their final goodbye.
Was it
And then I
their
guess after
three?
that they did another season with just completely different guys.
It wasn't with like the three little like apprentice people they had, was
No,
it?
new guys, entirely new
What?
guys. Yeah.
Interesting. Because I know Chappelle's show had 3 episodes that aired after Dave Chappelle quit. Because they had already done the sketches for it, so they just needed a host to present them. Kind of like a clean out the closet kind of thing. But what you're
Yeah.
talking about is like almost a reboot. Where they're like, yeah, we're the new Mythbusters. Fuck you.
Yeah, and I haven't seen any footage of it yet because I just like I don't even remember under what circumstance I found this out, but like I was just like, what? Because I remember them making such a big deal about ending the show, and then fucking here it is, but it's just completely different now for no reason.
That's interesting. Also kind of
I feel
fucked.
like I've discovered such obscure media with this. I've never heard anybody speak of this
Like
ever.
unearthing a copy of ET for the original Atari.
Yes, exactly like that. Tune in. No, not next week. 'Cause next week's the Christmas episode, right?
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
I would like. So, Riely and I have been. We are unable to find a recording of the Grinch musical that was brought up on the Beetlejuice episode. So, the only thing that was left is a Christmas Story musical. Now, Riely has expressly has told me that he will not do it. He has zero interest. He has negative interest in doing a Christmas Story musical. So I am
Because I've
here.
I've never seen a Christmas story. I don't have interest in a Christmas story. A Christmas story musical is of zero interest to me because a Christmas story has never been of any interest to me. So
So I am here. We can. I'm here to present you with new ideas. Okay? We can cover now we can cover Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer as a dual episode for Christmas. Review both at the same time because they're not very long movies to watch. we can dive a little deeper and also add Year Without a Santa Claus in there too. But I don't want to overload the episode with too many Christmas movies to talk about. Or does that sound like a good idea to cover a couple Christmas movies like that? Like two?
Yeah.
So would you want to do two or three for the option?
Do you have like some in mind? I'm sorry, I kind of missed part of what you said. So are there
Okay.
specific ones you have in mind, or like are we each gonna pick one, or
Uh I was thinking classic Rudolph and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman, and maybe adding in A Year Without a Santa Claus as well. And we do like three little mini reviews for the episode.
uh I feel like I'm kind of not interested in Rudolph, but I really do want to talk about Frosty and Year Without a Santa Claus.
Okay, that's fine.
Rudolph, I feel like I've seen enough and is kind of by the numbers, but Frosty the Snowman, one, I just kind of like him and his personality, and two, he was in the news lately and it was kind of funny. Did you hear about that?
No, I did not hear about that.
The I guess the voice actor for Frosty the Snowman was this stand-up comedian guy. And it was just recently found out when his son like got interviewed on like a nerd nostalgia podcast about how his dad was Frosty the Snowman. That he just had like a bunch of families that he abandoned and walked out on.
Oh.
He had like multiple wives that he just like left and went to the next one.
I mean, that takes a whole new meaning to I'll be back again next year.
He's Frosty the Snowmaning his wives for real.
Look, I can't go outside. I'll melt. It's not worth it. We're just going to stay here for
Yeah.
the holidays. That's so fucked, but kind of funny.
You guys stay here. I have to go to Santa's workshop so I don't melt, but I'll be back someday. For sure.
So, my next suggestion, unless you want to do that, or, well, you know what? I already brought up, I have another suggestion. 8 Crazy Nights, the Hanukkah movie for
Oh,
Adam Sandler.
shit.
It's not a
That's
Christmas
3,
episode, but it's kind
baby.
of funny to call a Christmas episode and then talk about Hanukkah.
I think we can do all 3. I think Rudolph Rudolph doesn't get to play any reindeer games, and we do those 3 movies.
You want to do all 3?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. I was about to spin the wheel between the two. Let's do all 3 then. All right.
Action-packed Christmas special, folks.
Fuck, I need to write that down. Hold on. I'm sorry. I need to write that down somewhere. All right, and then as I mentioned early on in the episode, I have a brand new suggestion for the show, for the musical wheel.
Okay. Okay.
Have you heard of Tommy, the rock opera?
Not even at all a little bit.
Nothing? Okay,
Nope.
does Pinball Wizard recall anything or no?
Again, I vaguely might recall a locked memory, but nothing is coming to mind.
So, Tommy is the story of a deaf, dumb, and blind kid who becomes a master at pinball. And it is a rock opera written by Pete Townsend, the leader of a famous rock band called The Who. And it's one of the most famous rock operas to have ever been created. And I found out that it's on Prime Video, and I've never seen it before.
Okay, Alex, here's what I'll tell you. I would kill myself if that got hit today. So we're not putting it on the wheel
Oh
for
no no
this
no no
spin.
no 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 no
But
no.
after this spin, put it on there.
That's how the wheel works. Is everything that's on the wheel is is there now. Any new suggestions will be added after we spin the wheel. Kind of. We added a
Yeah,
few.
no, we add things. It's but this particular thing where we're
Oh no,
saying
you
not
cannot.
this
I would
time,
not subject you to Jesus Christ Superstar, then immediately another
then
rock opera.
immediately another rock opera.
No,
Yeah.
we need a little switch up, and almost everything on this list would switch it up. Maybe Book of Mormon and or well, yeah,
No,
everything.
because Book of Mormon will be funny. So
Okay.
one day without telling me, you should just set the like wheel time to like 30 minutes and just start an unrelated conversation as the wheel spins.
I think the longest I can do is 30 seconds. Unfortunately.
Aw. Well, no, because you had it in a minute before. That was why we got all fucked up.
Oh, is it at a minute? Hold on.
It was at a minute that one time.
What is it on now, though? That's the problem.
I don't even know where the setting is. I don't know where you changed it.
Oh God. Oh, okay. No, 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 no. No advanced.
I'm not ready for
Customized.
advanced.
Oh, during spin.
Spin time. Okay, so up to 60 seconds. Okay.
You want 60?
No, do 30. Do 30.
I feel like
No, 40's too much. Do 30.
we'll do 35.
Okay, whatever.
What else can you do on here?
How do we get Newsies on the wheel? I don't remember signing up on that.
I thought I brought it up one episode. Did I not?
I don't. Maybe I'm insane, but I don't think you did.
Okay. You know what we're gonna do?
What?
That's a respin.
Okay.
That seems fair.
Just so we can waste 35 more seconds of our time potentially, because it'll be funny.
If we were popular YouTubers, we would that this is called ad roll. All right, is that fine, or you just want me to get rid of it?
I mean,
I think
I
it's
guess
funny.
I'm fine. I guess I'm fine with Newsies. I just like you never even pitched it to me.
I don't remember if I pitched it, which is why I figured a re-roll would be
Either
funnier.
you didn't pitch it to me or you did on air, and somebody's gonna bring it up, and I'm gonna seem like a retard.
I
But don't
highly doubt
know.
anybody's gonna bring it up. I think maybe I brought it. I don't know. I'll add it
I
back
don't care.
in, but
If we land on it, I'm gonna be a little salty, but put it on there.
we'll do this re-roll. How about that?
No,
Newsies is a
no.
re-roll.
If we get Newsies, we get Newsies. I'm just gonna be a little bit miffed.
No, we'll just do this. That's a re-roll.
Or just get rid of it then. Just get rid of. Why would we have a reroll? We don't need
Because
to
it's
waste another
funny. I don't
35
know.
seconds.
All right, are you ready?
Yes. Oh wait, hold on. You know what we should put on the wheel?
What?
Because this idea you have about reroll is actually interesting. Because usually people will put something on a wheel that's not a choice, but like a condition. What if for every wheel spin from now on we add 2 more entries on the wheel, which are Alex picks one and Riely picks one?
So the only problem I have with that, and it's not a big like stupid problem, I would like to veto one option for you to pick.
Death Note the musical because of the meme.
Yes. That's it.
Okay,
You
fine.
can pick from the list as long as it's not Death Note. Is that fair?
Alex, I promise you, every time we land on Riley's choice, until we've watched all 4 seasons of High School Musical, the series, it will be whatever High School Musical is on the wheel. I promise.
Now, which one is there a veto for you? For me? Because it's only fair. If I tell you you can't pick one of the options, you should be able to tell me.
I'm gonna.
obviously,
just for the sake of picking one, just so we both have one. There's nothing that super jumps out at me, but there's only one on this list that I can't think of having any particular interest in, and that's Hades Town. So I'll say Hades Town is my veto.
okay, that's fine. Imagine it lands on me. I pick Death Note and fuck the whole thing over. There we go. We'll just do Alex. No, I want the big letters. No, we gotta make this. We gotta make this fair.
What are you doing?
We're on opposite sides of the wheel.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing.
Duh. I'm not putting you right next to me. Fuck you.
Okay.
All right, are you ready? Are we done? We're done
Yes,
doing
let's do
stupid
it.
pedantic shit.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh boy.
See, the only thing when it's spinning is you see Alex and Riely.
Yeah. Oh. Hmm.
It's not gonna be you. It's
Oh.
going too
Yeah,
fast.
no. Unfortunately not.
You just had to say something. Oh! Oh!
Yes! Oh, thank God. That's
So
better.
remember, we have a shitty music, a shitty recording tier.
Yeah, well, we have some sort of fan remaster. I'm gonna have to hope that's at least passable.
So I meant like once Pokemon Live is done, we throw
Oh, we
in
threw it for the. Oh, we only get one shitty recording musical
per wheel.
on the wheel at the time. Yeah.
Yes. So the one that gets replaced by Pokemon Live is Back to the Future musical.
Okay.
But we're gonna cover Pokemon Live next week, or not next week. Next time we do a musical, I should say. Next week's the Christmas episode.
True. Next week's Christmas, and then it's Angry Video Game Nerd, and then my intention is for it to be all musicals all the way down. I don't obviously I have a constant battle with my attention span to finish musicals in a timely manner, but I am determined in 2026 by the power of really wanting to make Alex watch High School Musical the musical the series to just do musicals every fucking week. I'm gonna do it. Unless we have like a separate comedy idea that we decide we want to do instead. If nothing else, we will do a musical in 2026. That is my hope. That is my promise.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.
That's my New Year's resolution is to cover a lot of musicals in 2026.
I gotta add. Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing this now. Thank you
Yeah,
everybody so
what
much
the
for
fuck?
watching. Detour ahead. We will see you guys for Christmas next week, where we cover
Bye.
Frosty Year Without a Santa Claus and 8 Crazy Nights. Right?
Finally, I get to review Year Without a Santa. That's one of the ones that got away. There was for those who don't know, me and Mo and Kathy very briefly had a failed series where we were reviewing stop motion films, and my pick was gonna be Year Without a Santa Claus, but it was Mo and Kathy's picks first, and then we never did it again. So we never got to do Year Without a Santa
Look,
Claus.
I legit thought that the wheel was gonna land on Hades Town immediately after you said that's not the one that's the one that you have the least interest in. And I
That
thought
would have
that
been
was
really
gonna be
funny.
really funny.
But yeah, we did. Well, we did a stop motion series. We did Kubo and the Two Strings, or did we do Kubo and the Two Strings? I don't know. The point was we did a couple, and then we tried to do Isle of Dogs, and then me and Kathy weren't like interested enough in it to like have a good conversation, and Mo like rage quit. He got like mad at us for not being engaged enough and talking about the movie. He was like, "You know what? Call me when you're serious." And that was the end of the Riley, Kathy, and Mo stop motion movie series. So we never got to talk about Year Without a Santa Claus. So I finally get to rectify that.
Okay. So I have that written down. I will send you the link to Pokemon Live so we can cover that in a few weeks, and we should be all ready to go. linktr.ee/COLOCHU, or at a YouTube channel where the podcast gets uploaded every week. Riley's got some stuff going on too.
I do. It's at linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe. That's RIELY Cinematic Universe, podcast, YouTube channels, all that sorts of shit. I'm streaming on YouTube again. I was gone for a while. I'm gonna try to do it more. Even if I get a new job, I'm gonna try to fit around it. I started playing Expedition 33, which I'm really enjoying, and I'm gonna keep streaming if my computer can handle it, because I had to bump up a lot of settings to make it viewable. Because the first stream I did was completely unwatchable, and just like nobody told me until 2 hours in. Like people were there, even when they mentioned it, it was so casual that I thought it was a minor issue, and then I went back and I watched it. I'm like, this is unwatchable. This is awful. But so I think I fixed it, but I had to up a lot of settings to fix it, so I don't know how stable the stream is gonna be. So I'm gonna keep streaming Expedition 33 if I can. If not, I might have to move that to a personal playthrough. But I got a bunch of lolcow nobodies planned. I started doing. There's one that I have to do because I spent like 2 hours clipping, and I'm still not done. So like now that I've committed that much time into it, now that has to happen. So that episode's gonna happen soon. So look out for more live streams is what I'm saying. I've been meaning to do more of that, and it got behind me for a while.
linktr.ee/Riley Cinematic Universe. That's RIELY Cinematic Universe.
That's right.
We'll see you guys next week for a Christmas episode.
Goodbye.